Well, Belgium make the most changes at any World Cup since 2006, 10 in all from the win over England. Only goalkeeper Thibaut Courtois started that final group game. Vincent Kompany starts for the first time here in Russia, only 16 minutes off the substitutes bench so far. Dedrick Boyata having started all the group matches. All these star names would have appreciated the rest taken, with Belgium's position in the round of the last 16 assured with a game to spare as they eventually won Group G. Romelu Lukaku has scored 4 goals in these finals from 5 attempts. The referee is from Senegal, Malang Diédhiou. Eden Hazard and Makoto Hasebe, who's captaining Japan for a 3rd time in the World Cup finals. The VAR or VAR team headed up by Germany's Felix Zweier. Japan revert to their strongest lineup, the one that defeated Colombia and drew with Senegal in their opening 2 group games. Coach Akira Nishino made 6 changes for the defeat against Poland. Plenty of exciting talent going forward. Pace on the wings with Genki Haraguchi and Takashi Inui. Shinji Kagawa looking to pull the strings in behind the mobile and strong central striker Yuya Osako. The 4-2-3-1, the 3rd formation of Japan. Lukaku needs just 1 more goal to go beyond Mark Wilmots and become Belgium's all-time record scorer at the World Cup finals. Currently has 5 and 4 here in Russia 2018. Yuya Osako, who got that winning goal against Japan, Japan's first ever headed goal in the World Cup finals, and a fine header it was too. Well, what a competition this has been. Defying all the odds at certain times. The World Cup defending champions Germany out for the first time ever at the group stage. Spain, winners in South Africa 2010, out at the hands of the hosts Russia. Uruguay looking strong. Belgium. Croatia, who only just got beyond Denmark in a penalty shootout. A number of the last 16 matches have already gone to shootouts. Are we going all the way here? Belgium are currently enjoying a national record, 22 games unbeaten. If Japan end that record today, they become only the 3rd Asian country to advance beyond the round of the last 16, after the Democratic People's Republic of Korea achieved that feat in 1966, and the Korea Republic, South Korea if you like, in 2002. This is Hasebe finding Nagatomo, 2 of the most experienced players in this Japanese side. The captain Hasebe winning his 114th cap. Nagatomo is 109th. Another experienced man. Kagawa! Well, he had Courtois interested. Just choked on the shot a little bit, but he found some enticing room just on the edge of that Belgian penalty area. First striker goal goes to Kagawa and Japan. Here's Vertonghen looking for Lukaku. Nice layoff on the chest from Osako, but the return pass is too heavy, but Japan had been flagged offside. Here's Alderweireld. Witsel plays the most deep role in midfield. Axel Witsel. Handball against Kagawa. Belgium playing with their usual formation of three central defenders, Alderweireld, Kompany and Vertonghen, with Mounier, the right wing-back for Roberto Martinez, and Yannick Carrasco, the left wing-back. And that's an area where Japan are going to try and profit tonight, the space that they feel that they can use in behind those wing-backs. Talked about the pace that Haraguchi and Inui have in those wide areas. Interesting to see if they can find profit this evening in those positions. Superb atmosphere in the Rostov Arena. This city was jumping, as you could imagine, after Russia's win yesterday against Spain. The whole of Russia was out that night. Population of 144 million with a giant party. Brazil lie in wait for the winners of this last 16 game. Belgium in possession with Witsel. Vertonghen looking for Carrasco. It's well read by Sakai. He's had an excellent game, an excellent tournament so far. Sakai. Free kick go here for Belgium. Sakai the offender. Sebi as well, who's in there to make the challenge. De Bruyne will take this set piece. Eden Hazard was saying in the Belgian press conference yesterday that there's a quiet confidence about this fine generation of Belgian footballers. They've grown up a little bit from their experience of the European Championship in France 2 years ago. Says they're stronger mentally, physically. They've got a striker, Lukaku, doesn't need so many chances to find the opposition's net. The strike rate has been superb here in these finals. Lukaku, and he's got so many players, De Bruyne amongst them, and Hazard and Mertens to provide the opportunities for him. Here's a man who only took over as head coach of Japan in April, replacing the Bosnian Vahid Halilodzic, who'd fallen out with the Japanese FA. Nishino moving sideways from his role as the technical director with the national team. Very experienced man. Sakai. Hasebe. Yoshida to Sakai. Nice layoff from Mertens. Hazard looking to gain control, just out-muscled. And that's one area where Japan have not been light at these finals. They have struggled historically against powerful teams, physical sides. They've They've grown up in that sense, Japan. Belgium are not going to find them an easy touch here, I don't think, in Rostov. Here's Nagatomo. Hasebe. Shibasaki. Inui is quick and he'll get there. It's a routine clearance for Toby Alderweireld. But there was that little bit of space in behind the right wing back Mounier that I was talking about earlier. Here's Takashi Inui. He's had a fine World Cup as well. Shoji. Now Maya Yoshida. Sebe. You see the Japan captain will come very deep, make himself almost an extra central defender at times, which allows the fullbacks to advance high up the pitch. Here's Inui. Trying to make an angle for a shot. There's nothing there. This is Shibasaki. Hasebe. Shoji. Happy to go back with Eiji Kawashima. Bit of room now for Mounier. Driven forward early by Mertens. Nice layoff from Lukaku. This could open up for Belgium. Shot not taken on immediately. The referee's whistling evidence. It's gone in favour of Japan. As holding the shirt, Carrasco. Well spotted by our Senegalese referee. Well, it may be 9:10 in the evening local time, but conditions are oppressive. Temperatures must have been nudging 100 degrees Fahrenheit earlier today. Still well in the 80s at kickoff time here. Here's Kagawa. Now Inui. Teasing one in. Company with a forceful header clear. Shoji from long range. One of the least experienced of the Japanese players. Shoji having the shot. That was the company clearing header. And that excellent cross from Inui. Lukaku onto that ball out from the back from Alderweireld. Around the first man, Romelu Lukaku, full of confidence. Here's Mertens. Now Vertonghen. De Bruyne. Teases one over the top. Just out of the reach of Dries Mertens. Right idea from De Bruyne. Almost perfect weight. Mertens the target of De Bruyne's pass. Mertens been in fine form last season with his Italian club Napoli. It's a very fluid front line for Belgium. If Lukaku vacates that central area, both Hazard and Mertens are well equipped to push into that area. As a defensive unit against Belgium, you have to be fully switched on. Their movement is excellent. Courtois forced to kick long. Up goes Lukaku. Hasebe. Sakai. Haraguchi for Yoshida. It's too high for Takashi Inui. He'll be changing Spanish league clubs for the forthcoming season. He'll be joining Real Betis from Eibar. Scored 3 goals in his last 4 international appearances, Inui, having managed only 2 in the first 26. A little bit of a latecomer to the international scene. It's only his 31st cap, Inui, at the age of 30. He's making up for lost time. A key component of this Japanese challenge here in Rostov to one of the favourites for the World Cup, Belgium. Hasebe. Nagatomo. Shibasaki. Hasebe. There's that ball in behind the right wing back Meunier. They're definitely trying to feed Inui in there. Just hit too long by the skipper, Hasebe. Company. He's had an awful time with injuries over the last 2 to 3 years. Vincent Kompany getting his first start of this World Cup tonight. Dedrick Boyata was a surprise starter in the first 3 group games. Only came here as a backup central defender, Boyata. But I know Roberto Martinez has been very happy with his displays, but brings experience back into that part of the Belgian defence in the shape of Kompany. Now Hazard. Lukaku making an angle for the pass. Instead, Hazard tries to link with Mertens, does so. Drops invitingly here for Carrasco. Held up by Haraguchi and Shibasaki. In between them, they do a good job. Good defensive work there from Japan, doubling up on Carrasco. Ball launched forward towards Inui. Courtois saw that all the way. And now Meunier. Plays his club football, Thomas Meunier, in France with Paris Saint-Germain. Here's Lukaku of Manchester United to Meunier. Looking for the run of Hazard, whose control as usual is excellent. Now looking to pick the right pass. Plenty of red shirts in support. One of them here, Witsel. And it took a deflection, and that will be the first corner kick of the game. Kevin De Bruyne, fresh from winning the English Premier League title, and the season recently ended with Manchester City, will take this Belgium corner. Rolls it short to Hazard, back with De Bruyne, looking for Kompany. Plenty of time for Meunier to go back to Courtois. Here's Carrasco. Looking for Meunier. Rises above Nagatomo. Lukaku looking for space to turn. And it's another Belgium corner. So strong in those areas. Romelu Lukaku just bullied the two Japanese players here to get his shot away. This is where Belgium will be a considerable threat. Set pieces, they have a significant height advantage against Japan. Fed in by De Bruyne. Company coming under enough pressure to mean his volley rolls tamely wide. Good defensive work from Osako. Japan are one of only two teams, along with Mexico, to have made the round of the last 16 from outside Europe or South America. That's the fewest at a World Cup since 1998. African Challenge ended at the group stage. Of course, we recall Japan squeezing past Senegal, who go home as very unlucky losers, having lost out to the fair play rule for the first time in World Cup finals history. Sakai. Shibasaki. Shoji. Nagatomo looking for the run of Inui, swift though he is. He was never getting onto that pass. Here's Vertonghen. Witsel. Meunier. De Bruyne. Alderweireld. Crossfield pass seeks out Carrasco's. Well judged header by Sakai. Oh, losing possession almost. That was risky from Haraguchi. Several of the players out here, incidentally, in this game in the round of the last 16 are carrying a yellow card threat. Nishino has Takashi Inui, goalkeeper Kawashima, and his captain Makoto Hasebe of the starting 11. Just one yellow card for missing a potential quarter-final. Here's Lukaku. Space just about closed down at the last by Nagatomo. He really had to make that, because otherwise that shot from Lukaku was heading on target. Had all the space he would have wanted there, Romelu Lukaku. Just a corner for Belgium, it might have been more. Kevin De Bruyne to take it. Semblance of zonal marking going on here from Japan, which might be a dangerous tactic with the taller, more physically powerful Belgian players looking to get onto this flighted corner, played in low deliberately by De Bruyne. And here's Vertonghen. No pressure on Inui, gets the call that is the case. Company. Alderweireld. Again, they look for Lukaku with that run down the channel. Just getting a little bit frustrated with the service there, Romelu Lukaku. Hazard. Carrasco. Eden Hazard again. Now Witsel. Vincent Kompany. Hazard. Witsel. Lovely ball to Meunier. Had an opportunity to slide that through for Lukaku. Thomas Meunier. That was a chance that slipped away for Belgium. Vertonghen. Just beyond the first quarter of the game. Remember, of course, we could go to 30 minutes extra time and possibility of penalties. We will have a winner one way or another here in Rostov for the right to meet Brazil in the World Cup quarter-finals. Lukaku. Good-looking pass. It's a brilliant pass from Lukaku. Not quite so good. But Japan give it away, and back come Belgium again. No link-up. Hazard says that now that Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo are out of the World Cup, he looks to put his stamp on these finals and become the main man. Couldn't find a way of getting on to a misunderstanding with Carrasco. Alderweireld. Meunier. Mertens. Instant cross. Lukaku's in there. Just wouldn't fall for him. And that was all about the early delivery from Dries Mertens. It was a fine cross. Lukaku was alive to it. Excellent running behind his marker. And it just wouldn't run for Romelu Lukaku. Got away from Yoshida. Here's Vertonghen. Hazard. Just taking a grip on possession now, Belgium. Witsel. Haraguchi. Shibasaki. Given away to Kompany. Now they're stretched in that right back area, Japan. Real opportunity now for Belgium to open them up. Mertens De Bruyne didn't get hold of the shot. Japanese players desperately trying to cover the spaces, and there were plenty there for Belgium to exploit. Hazard. Lukaku trying to find Carrasco. Japan don't clear their lines. Eden Hazard! And Kawashima just happy to get his hands behind that. Fierce shot from Hazard. Straight at the goalkeeper. And Belgium certainly asking some questions now. Carrasco. Hazard to Witsel. Mertens. Getting that early cross. And Yoshida happy to see that fly wide of his own goal. But when you get a ball in as early as Dries Mertens has done twice now in the last couple of minutes, it just finds defenders on the wrong foot. Hazard, Belgium's first strike at goal. De Bruyne. Mertens. Again, fed in early. Again, the target was Lukaku. Dries Mertens again. Referee has given a free kick, though, to Japan. And they'll be thankful for a little bit of respite. This has been an excellent spell for Belgium. Company applying the pressure there on Kawashima. No red shirt. And an excellent turn back from Company. Nobody reading that situation. Looking dangerous with that possession, Belgium. They've had 17 touches already in the Japanese penalty area. Japan have not had a single one in the Belgian box. Alderweireld. Well, Japan just can't get their fullbacks out at the moment. Got to find some meaningful possession. Started the game quite brightly, I thought. But Belgium have exerted control. But still, only that one attempt on target. Nothing yet from Japan. Nagatomo. Kagawa. Inui. Now Hasebe. Sakai finding only the right foot of Company. Haraguchi to Yoshida. Oh, nice touch from Kagawa. It's got away here from Meunier. Now they're in the Belgian penalty area. Any end product in by Nagatomo, and the header straight. What a grateful Courtois. He did well to get any sort of touch on that. Inui. Best we've seen so far from Japan. Shoji. Nagatomo. Maya Yoshida. Here's Vertonghen, the most experienced of the Belgian players, the defender from Tottenham Hotspur, 105th cap for Vertonghen in this game in Rostov. Carrasco, Lukaku, short of De Bruyne. Now Hasebe, Shibasaki. Kagawa, thirsty for the ball. Nagatomo, playing at his third World Cup. Now Inui. Hasebe. Shibasaki. He was looking for Osako, but he put too much on the cross. There was that lovely touch from Kagawa. Inui just unable to get enough power in the header in the direction to trouble Thibaut Courtois. Lukaku just unable to link there with Hazard. Sako. Japan just managed to weather that spell of pressure from Belgium, starting to reassert themselves again. Shoji. Kagawa. What a great pass from Kagawa. Courtois right to the extent of his penalty area there, just to make sure that the ball was going to stay at home. As he saw it, not able to, or not needed to have used his feet. And it was a really good save from Kagawa, which nearly brought reward for Japan. Carrasco, De Bruyne, Carrasco, this is nicely worked, heavy touch though, and an inopportune moment from Dries Mertens, who just found a pocket of space, couldn't exploit it, and away come Japan, and they can counter on you really quickly. Inui, he's got a pass on here, if he can just get his head up. De Bruyne's there quickly to rob Osako. Just for a brief second or two there, Belgium was stretched. Shoji. Belgium continue to carry the greater threat of an opening goal here in this round of last 16 game at the Rostov Arena for the right to play Brazil in the quarterfinals. Brazil having beaten Mexico earlier today. Great pass from Mertens, and Hazard is in. Yoshida with a vital block there for Japan. Second ball picked up by De Bruyne, and now Witsel. Yoshida, the right place, the right time there for Japan. Forward by Witsel. It's a hasty pass, and Kawashima can field that comfortably. Shibasaki. Yoshida. Ball on, looking for Lukaku, and Shoji just having to make sure he got around Lukaku here. Again, Shoji on his 15th cap. And the Japanese centre-back, hands full with Lukaku. De Bruyne looking to put some quality then on Belgium's 5th corner. 6 red shirts to hit. He finds Vertonghen. Witsel will settle for a Belgium throw. Meunier. Funnily enough, even though Belgium come into this match as favourites, Japan have got the better head-to-head record. They've met 5 times previously. And Japan have only lost once and won 2. Wasn't a bad cross that, you know, from Carrasco. Just curling out of the reach of Meunier. Yannick Carrasco is a left-sided striker, really, but Roberto Martinez likes him in that left wing-back position. Company given away to Shibasaki. Hazard, though, robs Gaku Shibasaki. It's great work from Hazard, and that is going to be a yellow card for Gaku Shibasaki, the first yellow card of this game. Made that central midfield position his own here at these finals. His 22nd cap, Shibasaki, but he's keeping the more experienced Hotaru Yamaguchi out of the team. There's that lovely ball from Mertens earlier to open up that chance for Eden Hazard. Just trying to bend it around Yoshida. And it is an evening to take on liquid refreshment, I can assure you of that. Tough conditions down there for the players. Hazard's face showing the effort he's put into this match. So, free kick to be taken by Kevin De Bruyne. Looking for company, it's beyond him. Carrasco to Hazard. Pass intercepted. Japan can't make any progress. Hazard looks to take on Sakai. Shibasaki with the clearance. And Belgium looking to get around the throw-in quickly. Here's Vertonghen. 4 minutes to go of the first half in normal time. Witsel. Lukaku, nice little tickle around the corner. Couldn't quite bring Hazard into it. Here's De Bruyne. Teasing cross, Nagatomo with a crucial header there with Meunier coming in behind him. It was excellent defending from the experienced Yuto Nagatomo. Had to make that. Hasebe. Shoji. Vertonghen. Company. De Bruyne. Harried out of that by the hard-working Osako. Belgium immediately recycle possession. Here's Meunier. Fed in early by Mertens. Hazard couldn't quite tiptoe into a shooting position. It's good defending again by Japan, not particularly the final ball out. I think Shoji was just disappointed he didn't have an option ahead of him. Here's De Bruyne. Nagatomo manages to help that out just for a throw-in. They're having to be so disciplined here, Japan. Generally, they've had a very good shape out of possession. Not make it easy for Belgium to play through them. Osako. Shibasaki. Haraguchi. And now Sakai. Kagawa. Inui. Nagatomo making a run. Wasn't spotted either. Chance to measure the cross. Or fed in by Nagatomo, and Courtois almost let that in. There was a suggestion of a little brush off the foot of Osako. A heart-stopping moment for Thibaut Courtois. Free kick against Lukaku. Forward by Yoshida. It's an accurate one too for Takashi Inui. This dangerous, lively winger. It's out of play though, despite his best efforts to turn it into a dangerous position. But he fancies the task against Meunier. Inui. Here's that moment when Osako was not flagged offside. He got a touch to that. Courtois just did enough, scrambling back to claw it back before it could travel towards his goal line. Here's Lukaku. Into first half stoppage time. Just the 1 minute extra. Hazard. Lukaku. Japan looking for offside. That's a routine take for Kawashima from Mertens. That's where Japan were appealing for offside against Lukaku. The referee draws the first half to a conclusion. Belgium the favourites to go through to a quarter-final against Brazil, but Japan wanting to have a big say about causing another surprise, yet another, at this sparkling FIFA 2018 World Cup finals in Russia. Japan have worked hard defensively. Belgium have had more possession, the more attempts at goal, but at the break it's 0-0. And away we go then. Belgium in the red. And neither side having made any changes in terms of personnel at half-time. Misunderstanding there between Inui and Nagatomo. Belgium needed extra time at this stage 4 years ago in Brazil to get the better of the United States of America. Last time Japan were in the round of the last 16, they were beaten on penalties by Paraguay in South Africa 2010. Sakai helping that comfortably back to Kawashima. Nice lead from Carrasco, opens up a little bit of useful space for Hazard. Hooks it forward to Lukaku, back to Eden Hazard again. Witsel. Meunier. Mertens. That was read all the way by Inui. Shibasaki. And it's missed by Vertonghen. It's a great chance for Haraguchi. He scores! Are we on the way to yet another huge upset? The 2018 FIFA World Cup finals continue to surprise. And Haraguchi got reward for his lung-bursting run here. Should Vertonghen have cut out the pass, you probably think he should have done. But Haraguchi on hand to take full advantage. Spears his shot right across the face of Thibaut Courtois, who had little chance of saving. What a moment for Genki Haraguchi in Japan. Well, well, well. Belgium have it all on now. Ball fed through, it's beautifully timed run by Mertens. Hazard! Denied by the post. Almost an immediate reply from Belgium through Eden Hazard. De Bruyne. Hazard again. Witsel. Meunier. Alderweireld. Well cut out by Nagatomo. Shoji. Kagawa. Inui shuffles away from De Bruyne. Now looks for an outlet. Hasebe. Sakai. Asking a lot of the goal scorer, Haraguchi. Beautiful move that from Belgium. Goalkeeper left a mere spectator by Hazard's shot. He was getting ready to celebrate. It was so close to 1-1. Japan leading here in Rostov with their first ever goal in the knockout stages of a World Cup. In by Mounier. Easy take for Kawashima. Shibasaki. Japan not content to sit on a 1-0 lead. I think that's probably a sensible outlook to take. Don't think Nishino will want his team defending too deep. Only so often you can invite a talented team like Belgium onto you and survive. Here's Yoshida. Inui. Clip forward towards Osako. Here's Kagawa. Trying to find room for the shot. Will eventually come in. 2-0. Takashi Inui. What a strike. What a shock. What a scene in Rostov. Roberto Martinez, Thibaut Courtois and Belgium in real trouble of going out in the round of the last 16. Dreamland here for Takashi Inui in Japan. Kagawa with the initial touch, and when it came to Inui, one touch out of his feet and arrowed beyond Courtois. He was never getting there. Japan have now scored more goals than ever before at a World Cup, and they're on the cusp now of going further than they've ever been before. Belgium in desperate trouble, but only 53 minutes gone. Time for a recovery. Vertonghen. They're dazed, Belgium. They're just trying to gather their senses here. Witsel. Mounier. Clipped in towards Lukaku. Couldn't get a telling touch to that. Sensational strike from Inui. There's a real buzz around this Rostov arena. A palpable air of shock. Shibasaki. could open up again here for Japan. Kagawa. No room for Inui this time. Witsel saw to that. Now De Bruyne, pocket of space for him. Everything to his right, really. And Asebi was well aware of where De Bruyne was looking. It's hard to remember a World Cup in recent memory with upsets like we've seen. Germany going out at the group stage for the first time ever. Spain losing to the hosts Russia. Croatia, who've been so good, nearly eliminated. Coming through that crazy penalty shootout against Denmark. Witsel, Lukaku, De Bruyne, Hazard. Just can't rule Belgium out of a comeback here, such as the talent in their armoury. Here's Carrasco coming under pressure. That was just enough to make sure that the shot goes well wide in the end. Sakai applying the pressure there on Yannick Carrasco. Had a long time to see it, didn't he? One of the best goalkeepers around, Thibaut Courtois, but such was the velocity in the shot and a sinking feeling for Roberto Martinez and Thibaut Courtois. Nothing the goalkeeper could have done about that. Eden Hazard and every player down on that pitch in red need to step up. Loud, audible chant of Russia breaks out. Japanese supporters trying to get their chant above that of the locals, but you can rest assured that most of the Russian population inside the Rostov arena are behind the underdogs here, and they lead with 2 second-half goals for Genki Haraguchi and Takashi Inui. Goals coming in the 48th and the 52nd minutes to stun Belgium. Well, that shot accuracy needs to improve. Closest they've been, almost an immediate equaliser after going a goal down when Hazard thundered a shot against a post. But Japan playing with all the confidence of a team that have the advantage they currently hold. Nagatomo, they look to slow it down to the pace they want to play at. Shibasaki, Osako, lots of room here for Haraguchi. They're not going to get a third, are they, Japan? Fizzed in, and it deflects away off Axel Witsel and out for a corner. Just for a moment, Witsel couldn't be sure where this was heading. Referee just delaying our man from Senegal, Malang Diédhiou, just to make sure that he's happy with what's going on inside that Belgian penalty area. Shibasaki will take the corner kick. Turned away by Lukaku. Long ball, another aimless one. No problems there for Japan. Well, you know, you look back at Japan's preparation for these finals, not ideal. To change their coach 71 days before the competition got underway. This man stepped into the role after Vahid Halilovic fell out with the Japanese FA. Only had a handful of games, Nishino, to galvanize Japan for this challenge, and what a challenge they're putting up here in Russia. They are half an hour away, plus stoppage time, of a quarter-final against the World Cup favourites Brazil. And yet another of the heavyweights in Belgium will be departing the World Cup unless they can find a couple of goals here and keep the back door shut. Company. Vertonghen. One thing, Japan, even on an oppressive evening like it is, with the heat still strong, at 10:20 in the evening in Rostov local time, one thing you can be assured of is that Japan will not run out of fuel. They are very fit. And you know, you just find an extra 3 or 4 yards in the legs when you 2-0 up against a strong team like Belgium for the right to march into the last 8 of a World Cup. Here's Lukaku. Mertens. Now Meunier. Excellent cross. Lukaku's missed a great chance. One that he would normally gobble up. And the expression on his face tells the story. He can't believe he's missed that. Has to be hitting the target, Romelu Lukaku. A look of astonishment on his face. Well, that chance fell, didn't it, to the man that Belgium would have wanted, because every attempt that he's had at the opposition's goal so far at this World Cup, Romelu Lukaku, has found the back of the net. Everyone that's been on target, that is. Alderweireld. Meunier. Mertens to Hazard. Little reverse, just a bit short of Mertens. This is perfectly set up, you know, for Japan. Not just the fact that they lead 2-0, but they counter on the opposition so quickly. Dynamic players in the final third. Kagawa, Inui, Haraguchi, all in support of Osako. Belgium are going to make a double substitution shortly. Marouane Fellaini and Nasser Chadli are going to be coming on. But here's Sakai, nicely worked, great pass from Kagawa. Courtois got a little lucky there. Lovely little interchange between Kagawa and Sakai, and Courtois just poking a leg out at that. And here comes the double change. Mertens off. In his place is Fellaini. And Carrasco will be replaced by Chadli. no surprise, with 25 minutes of normal time remaining, Roberto Martinez makes those changes, hoping the fresh legs will bring dividends. Here is Fellaini, first touch. Hazard. So often Belgium have leaned on Eden Hazard. Meunier fires over the top, having been fed by Hazard. What an astonishing World Cup this has been. It just continues to give and give and give. The task ahead of Belgium is a monumental one. No team has come from 2-0 down in a World Cup knockout game since West Germany against England back in 1970. Meunier going to have to stretch to prevent the corner, and didn't do so. He's protesting about it. And the whole of the ball appeared to cross the whole of the line. Inouye. Courtois can leave that alone. Belgium have lost 6 of their last 7 World Cup knockout matches. 5 of their last 9 have gone to extra time. They would give you just about anything to take this one to extra time. Hasebe. Shoji. Nagatomo. Sloppy from Japan in midfield. Not seeing too many occasions like that. Witsel. Fellaini finding Meunier, feeds it in nicely, great defending. Superb work from Yoshida. Lukaku was sniffing a goal there. Fellaini. And into corner. And of course his extra height now. Here's that great piece of defending from Maya Yoshida. De Bruyne's corner kick. Chadli wins the initial header. Goalkeeper through the crowd. Not the most convincing from Kawashima. And back in. Oh, what a header! It's a tremendous goal from Vertonghen. Well, Kawashima with that initial punch, and they didn't clear their lines, Japan, and they have been punished by an astonishing header from Jan Vertonghen. Well, look at the angle Vertonghen's at here. Remarkable that he gets that over the goalkeeper into the far corner of the net. A brilliant, brilliant goal. And Belgium are right back in the contest. Well, hold on to your seats. We've still got a little over 20 minutes plus stoppage time to go here. Free kick against Osako, who's unhappy about the assistant's waving of his flag. Touch fortunate there, I thought. Company didn't look much contact there from Osako. Alderweireld. Hazard. Shoji. Nagatomo. Wonderful atmosphere in Rostov. A thrilling game now. Inui. Nagatomo. Oh, great cross! Very good defending from Alderweireld. He doesn't get a touch to this. Osako might have been making it 3-1 Japan. Shibasaki will get across to take the Japan corner. Absorbing contest here. Here's Chadley. Wriggles free, Nasser Chadley. Space now for Belgium. Hazard. De Bruyne, you get a shot away! Bodies on the line for Japan. Belgium coming on strong in Rostov. He's on target from De Bruyne. Eden Hazard will take the corner kick. Belgian fans inside the Rostov arena expectant that their team are maybe close to levelling this last 16 matchup. Witsel, De Bruyne, Hazard. Found room for the cross, Fellaini! Fabulous comeback from Belgium. Well, if they're going to lift their first ever World Cup, they'll look back on this night in Rostov. Against all the odds, it would seem, Japan had a 2-0 lead. It has now been extinguished. Goals from Vertonghen and substitute Marouane Fellaini. Just had too much there for Hasebe. Heading close to the final quarter of an hour of the 90. And suddenly, it's Japan that would give you just about anything to take it through to extra time because the momentum is with Belgium. Sloppy across the back. Here's Kagawa. And now Inouye. Real side of goal. Desperate Belgium defending. Edge of your seat stuff in Rostov. It really is. Everybody around me in my commentary position, open mouths, shaking heads, clapping hands, just loving it. Shoji, Shibasaki, Haraguchi have to stretch to reach this, just unable to do so. The man who opened the scoring, all 4 goals coming in this second half, 2 quick-fire ones from Japan, 48th and 52nd minutes. And Vertonghen on 69 and Fellaini on 74. Has us at 2-2. 2-2, the scoreline, the only previous time they met at the World Cup finals, 2002, when Japan, of course, you recall, were co-hosts with South Korea. That 2-2 draw in Saitama. And a packed crowd at the Rostov Arena. It's glued to this game, enthralled by it, wondering where the next twist is coming. Sakai did really well to keep that in, testing Shadley. Chance to measure the cross. Company is there, drops at the feet of Kagawa. Just can't link though with Osako. It's around this time that Kagawa is normally substituted, but Machino's not turning to his bench at the moment. Usually brings on Keisuke Honda for the final 20 minutes or so. Man who's been involved in 7 of Japan's last 10 World Cup goals, Honda. But he remains on the bench at the moment as Belgium come forward with Meunier. Good defending by Shibasaki, but Belgium retain possession. Witsel. Nacer Chadli drives to the byline. Excellent cross. Lukaku can't control the header. But this is the problem Japan have got now. Not just Lukaku in there, but the giant Marouane Fellaini. Looking to get on the end of crosses like this from Nacer Chadli. Japan making that little bit of history, becoming the first team in World Cup finals history to get through a group stage via the fair play rule, looking to run with that piece of good fortune. Looking at one stage in the second half, they were going to run away from the fancied Belgians, but Belgium have replied like the excellent team that they are. Here's Alderweireld. Four shots on target in the second half of all found the back of the net. 4 attempts to be strictly correct. Under that Vertonghen header. It's a remarkable goal. Here's De Bruyne. Going to settle for a corner. Of course, Fellaini with a headed goal too. And this is yet another threat to Japan. De Bruyne with a corner kick. Company joins the crowd. And he wins the header. And Shibasaki happy to shuffle it behind. Oh, I'm surprised they took that short. Given the problems they're causing to Japan with the crosses and the set pieces. De Bruyne and Hazard made a right mess of that. Here is man I was just talking about, Keisuke Honda. One of a double substitution from Nishino. He's also going to bring on Hotaru Yamaguchi, who's a holding midfield player. But first of all, it's going to be Haraguchi coming off. And Shibasaki. So Yamaguchi will go into Shibasaki's central midfield position, and Honda will play where Haraguchi was deployed. Keeps the same shape for Japan. Very experienced player, Keisuke Honda. Scored in 3 World Cups, Keisuke Honda, including this one in Russia 2018. I wonder if he can find another goal for Japan. 82nd minute, 2 each. In this thriller in Rostov. Honda. Sakai just took his eye off proceedings. A very steady World Cup though. Hiroki Sakai plays in France with Marseille. Yoshida. Shoji for Nagatomo. Kagawa. Nagatomo. Nice reverse here for Kagawa. In goes Honda! Last-ditch defending, good enough from Vincent Kompany. Lovely run from Honda. Kompany at full stretch to keep him out. Corner taken quickly. Japan won't make anything of that. Easy take for Courtois. For Tongan. Chadley. Hazard. Almost as if the players down there are taking a breather. Players, spectators, commentator alike. Witsel. Mounier. Fellaini. Witsel. Alderweireld looking for Chadli. Yoshida was on the cover. Mounier. Chadli! Spectacularly kept out by Kawashima. Lukaku! And Kawashima again to Japan's rescue. The 35-year-old, Japan's oldest ever player in the World Cup finals, twice excelling himself to deny Chadli and then Lukaku. De Bruyne with a corner inside the last 5 minutes of normal time. Japan from 2-0 up, really getting stretched now. Belgium beseeching the referee to give them a corner. I suggest that took a deflection on its way through. Witsel. Mounier. Lukaku. Hazard. Does he have that little bit of magic? Mounier. De Bruyne. Vertonghen. Struck it well. Kawashima can't get it out of the danger area, but the flag is up from the assistant on the far side to the relief of Japan. That was hit with some power by Jan Vertonghen. But as it came out, Fellaini had been in an offside position. Well, you can almost reach out and grab the tension. Company. Hazard falling under Yoshida's challenge. A wry smile from Yoshida, suggesting that he felt Hazard bought that one. Roberto Martinez, Spaniard, just the third foreigner to coach Belgium at a World Cup after an Englishman and a Scotsman previously. Here's De Bruyne. Now Mounier. Too hasty, that cross. Lukaku having a coming together with his marker, but referee not interested about any possible Belgian penalty here. Don't think really Lukaku was claiming one. No, nothing in that. 89th minute in Rostov. And this rip-roaring last 16 game between one of the World Cup favourites, Belgium, top scorers, one of only 3 teams to post 9 points out of a possible 9 at the group stage. Top scorers with 9 goals. Well, they've needed to find their goal-scoring touch again, having been 2-0 down at one stage in this second half. Now they go for the winner, Chadli. Hacked away by Sakai. Vertonghen says, wait, I'll deliver this at my own leisure. Just making sure everybody's positioned well inside that Japan penalty area. Good distance on the Vertonghen throw. Free header, though, for Japan. Osako gets the free kick out of Company. Yoshida. Nagatomo. Bit of space for Nagatomo. Oh, and Courtois at full stretch to help it behind. Well, if we're going to get a winning goal and not need extra time, it's going to have to come in a minimum of 4 minutes stoppage time. And Japan have a corner. Well, if Japan find a match winner now, that individual will be lifted and written large in Japanese football history. They have never before been as far as the quarter-finals. Closest they've been twice the last 16, agonizingly out on penalties 8 years ago in South Africa against Paraguay. We're 3 minutes away from extra time in Rostov, unless can one of these two teams summon up one last goal-scoring opportunity in the stoppage time minutes that remain. No urgency from Japan. I think they're happy to take it to an extra 30 here. Fully aware of the threat they've been from those crosses and corner kicks, where Belgium have such a clear advantage. And foul by Company. Such an experienced defender. He's a little petulant there. Vincent Kompany invites Japan forward. 93rd minute now. Remember, a minimum of 4 minutes have been added on. Keisuke Honda has a look at the scene. Japan have got plenty forward here. 5 blue shirts on the edge of that Belgian penalty area. Is he going to have a striker goal here? I think he is, you know, Honda. Unless he's just trying to deceive everyone. But this is all of, well, must be best part of 40 meters from the Belgium goal. It's Honda! Forces a save out of Courtois, struck it brilliantly. And Courtois had to be alive to it. Had a dip, bit of action on it. And Japan have another corner kick. 40 seconds of stoppage time remaining. Japan score here, Belgium are going home. Courtois safely grabbed. And there's just time for De Bruyne to lead this attack. Japan desperate to cover the spaces. They can't do so for the moment. Lukaku, and here's a winner! Oh, can you believe it? Nasser Chadli strokes Belgium into a quarter-final against Brazil. The Japanese players are just dumbstruck. Were they the victims of their own corner kicks when they sent so many players forward looking to win it themselves? Courtois with a lovely rollout here to De Bruyne. It was a brilliant counter-attack from Belgium. It was high quality. And there, Chadli benefiting from the little over, the little dummy here from Lukaku. In the heat of the moment, Lukaku saw the big picture, and Chadli was there to stroke it home on a dramatic, enthralling night in Rostov. Japan once again are falling at the round of the last 16. And Belgium are just moments away from taking their place in the last 8. And it is all over. It was the last meaningful action. Japan down and out after leading 2-0 and looking like this group of players were going to make Japanese history and reach their first World Cup quarter-final, but it wasn't to be. And you have to hand it to Belgium. You really do. No team since West Germany in 1970 against England have come from 2 goals down in the knockout stages of the World Cup. Thanks to goals from Jan Vertonghen, Marouane Fellaini, the substitute, and another substitute with the last kick of the game, Nacer Chadli, to break Japan's hearts. Nishino Sada going home, and Roberto Martinez, he looks like he's almost played out there. Shell-shocked he looked, as we all are here in Rostov. What a game. One of the games of the 2018 FIFA World Cup finals here in Russia. And it is finished in front of an enthralled audience in Rostov. Belgium 3, Japan 2.